Hello and welcome to the Paws Perspective podcast. I'm Molly.
And I'm Pat, and we're from Flying Paws Dog Training. We're so excited you're here.
This is where we share training tips, behaviour insights and fun ways to build a stronger bond with your dog.
Grab a coffee, flip on the lead, and let's dive in.
Welcome to the Paws Perspective. I'm Pat.
And I'm Molly.
And what are we going to talk about today, Molly?
Well, when this episode comes out, it will be the 31st of December.
Heck.
Which is a bit scary to think 2025's, well, at the moment, it's basically over, isn't it?
Yeah, done and dusted.
It doesn't really feel like it, does it?
No, I don't know where the year's gone. Jinkies.
Today, Fox is 21 months old today, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, where's that time gone?
He's 3 months off being 2.
Mm.
He's closer to 2 now than 18 months.
Mm. And, yeah, it didn't seem that long ago that you went down to Hobart and picked him up.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Unbelievable.
Murph might say it's been a long 18 months. But
Oh, Murph.
poor old Murph. Well, because it's a brand new year, or it's about to be a brand new year, it might be a brand new year when people are listening to this.
Yep.
We decided to start off the podcast with resetting your dog's routine.
So what does that mean?
I mean, I suppose we all have, well, we don't all have, but a lot of us like to do New Year's resolutions, don't we?
Yep.
In some way, shape or form.
Yep.
And it's basically if you want to do the same for your dog, or your resolution might be about your dog.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to start with? We've got a few points to go through.
Yeah, probably a good one to start with is patterns.
Yep.
So dogs like patterns, so reinforcing and resetting some patterns.
Yep.
So what do you think that might be?
I think we're very good at focusing on what's not going right.
Yeah, definitely.
And what our dogs aren't doing. We hear all the time, don't they? They're
Yep.
not doing this, they're not doing that. And sometimes some of our job is to sit down and go, well, hey, look at what they're actually doing.
And often they're doing lots of things.
Yeah, it's a very human thing to focus on the negatives.
Yep.
So it's just finding opportunities to reward more of what you do want with what they are already offering,
Yeah.
which might be looking out the window and not barking.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
might be hearing a noise and not reacting.
Or turning to face you, focusing on you, something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
It might even be being 100 metres away at the park and seeing a dog, a person, a bird, a whatever, and not doing anything.
Yep, definitely. So all those sorts of things are good to catch those little moments and reward those behaviours you're looking for.
Yeah. And I suppose on the flip side, it is easy to accidentally reward things that we then long-term don't want.
It is, definitely.
Things like pulling, jumping, those sorts of things. So it's looking for the little moments where those things aren't happening, or going, well, I don't want my dog jumping on me when I walk in the door, so maybe I'm not going to let them jump on me when I first see them in the morning, or, something as simple as that, or I'm going to change that slightly so that they can still do it, but they know that it's okay here.
Yep, that's good. Good points. What about training moments, not sessions?
Yeah, I think one of the first things we say in puppy class, isn't it, is you only need to set aside 30 seconds to 3 minutes.
Yep.
And it's something we say in private lessons too. Like, one of your favourite things is to ask people how long they think they might need to go out and do a session for.
I love asking that question.
Because the answer is normally, I'll take the dog for a walk for half an hour or 45 minutes or an hour. And actually, it's quality, not quantity.
Yep.
So a 1 or 2 minute
little session,
awesome session, is going to be better than a 15-minute okay session.
Exactly. Yep. So, and in those 1 or 2 minutes, that's when you can catch those things that are, you're doing, that either your dog's doing that you want, or you can do a little quick training session, which might even be just getting them to sit or drop or focus on you in a new environment. So
One of the things we used to say a lot in puppy class, and we should say it in the other classes, I'm actually just thinking, I don't know if I just tune you out in puppy class now because I hear
wonder what.
I hear the same thing all the time. But do we still say about having like treat stations, treat
No.
jars?
No, probably don't.
We probably should add that back in. But having little jars, like I know you've got jar treats in certain places around the house.
Yep.
I've got treats in certain places around the house, like high traffic areas like the kitchen or the lounge room or bedrooms or places like that are you're able to catch those little moments.
Yeah.
So that's not setting aside time for training. It's setting aside it's not setting aside anything at all. It's just capturing those moments as they happen during the day.
Yeah.
And what that does is build predictability. And as you said before, our dogs love predictable patterns.
Yep, they do.
Because
So
they bring security and they bring a sense of understanding.
yeah, and they know what's going to happen.
Yep.
So they don't have to worry about things. So yeah, that having little treat stations around the house is really good because then you're ready to go. You haven't got to have treats in your pocket or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. What about recalls? They can be fun ones.
This is one of our biggest private lesson requests. And it's usually in a fox age group that we get it, isn't it? From,
It's hard.
6 months to 2 years.
Yep.
When their ears vanish.
Yep.
And then they come back
push
and
the
then they
boundaries a
vanish.
little bit.
Yeah. So what are we going to do to reset our recalls?
Well, you want to start in low distraction areas so it's really easy for your pup. So it might even be inside.
Yeah.
Just recalling them inside. Then you might, duck out to the backyard.
Yep.
So you're gradually adding in a little bit more distraction. It might be the front yard, might be on the nature strip.
Yep.
So obviously if you start doing front yard and nature strip or down the park where there's not much happening, you've probably got them on a recall line or a long line, just so if something does capture their attention, you've still got hold of them. They're not going to duck off and, run across a road or anything like that. So, and again, short little spurts.
Yeah.
So even if you're just, your pup's inside and it's having a look at something, and you call it to you, if you've got those little treat stations set up and it comes to you, grab some treats, reward it. There's a little session done.
I think one of the places we notice that people miss for a recall is calling them in, like when you let them out to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
That is such an easy place where they are going to be away from you most of the time and you're going to want them to come back, with probably the exception of puppies, because it is better to keep them on the lead to make sure they actually go to the toilet. But once obviously they're going to the toilet outside fairly reliably and you're going to let them off to do that, you're going to call them back.
Yeah,
So
to go back inside.
having treats on you, that creates, again, a simple, predictable pattern for the puppy or the dog, that I go out, go to the toilet, and I get called back in. But when I get called back in, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, get some treats and then we can, go inside, lay on the couch, go to bed, whatever you got to do. So that's a good one. Lead walking.
This is my focus for this year.
Yep.
I saw a thing the other day.
2025 or the coming year?
No, 2026.
2026.
And I saw a thing the other day, and I think it sort of resonated with me. It was a dog trainer in the UK, and she was talking about how unimpressed she is by people with dogs under about 18 months of age that have perfect lead walking. Because it probably has, I've been guilty of this, or I've said to you I've been guilty of not focusing on lead walking, but there's so many other important skills that your dogs need.
Yeah.
That it wasn't for me. It wasn't that high up my priority list.
Yep.
Now that he's a bit bigger and a bit older and likes to sniff, he's a very sniffy dog.
Yep. And that leads to a bit of pulling.
Yeah, and actually another thing I saw the other day, I haven't told you about either of these things, they've just popped back into my head, was how much of a privilege it is to have a dog that will sniff on a walk.
Yeah.
Because it means they're comfortable in the environment.
Yeah, which people don't think about that.
They don't, and I think it's since I saw that the other day, it's flipped my mindset a little bit. And we are getting to a place where I'm going off on a little fox tangent here, but we're getting to a place where the compromise is you can sniff as long as you don't drag me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen straight away. Not many, like Murph was one of those dogs that didn't really have to teach him lead walking.
You just putted along.
He just putted along. A lot of the bigger dogs, as a general rule, can be easier. Some will turn into little tugboats. But yeah, I think lead walking is going to be one of my focuses with Fox this year. So what can we do? How can I help Fox?
Well, you want to, again, a bit like recall, start where there's low distraction.
Yeah, because if they can't do it inside or in the backyard or in the driveway,
how are they going to do it when they're out on a walk and there's lots of things happening?
Yeah, and the driveway is often a good test for, well, probably not my driveway, but I've got cows sometimes next to our driveway, so that's a good test. But the driveway, if you live in town, is a good place because there might be the chance of a distraction.
Yeah, car, dog going past a person.
Yeah, but you're in a controlled environment.
Yeah, and you can always turn around and walk away from whatever's going along the footpath if you're in the driveway. So it's just a little way of adding in that little bit of distraction.
Yeah.
And again, you can't train in the moment. So, you need to get it going at home and adding in those little bits of distraction and then take it on the road. Go out and do it. But when you go out to a park or on your walk, do it where there's not much happening.
Yeah.
Don't do it where there's kids playing footy and there's a kids barbecue or something like that.
Or seagulls fighting over a chip.
For Zen. So do it nice and easy and then gradually add those distractions in. And again, make sure you've got some treats with you.
Yeah.
So that, even if it's just 1 or 2 steps, reward your pup for that.
Yeah.
Maybe then you'll go let them sniff and then come bring them back to you and maybe do a couple more steps.
Yeah.
And it gradually builds up. You do get there, but lead walking is a slow one.
It can be.
For most people, yeah.
It can be,
I mean, some people are lucky and, their pups, they never really have a problem. Sort of like you with Murph, some little dogs don't, but a lot of us, we do struggle.
Yeah.
It takes a while, so...
Or you're okay and then you hit adolescence.
Yeah, and then it goes.
And sometimes the double-edged sword with adolescence is not only has their brain changed that they find distractions harder, they are bigger.
Yeah.
So, which is one thing I noticed with Fox. Like, it was okay when he was like 20-odd kilos, but now he's 26-ish.
Porker.
Yeah, thanks. It's harder.
Yeah.
It is harder. So
yeah, and they can pull harder. Even a little dog is strong.
Yeah.
They dig in and want to get to a smell or get to someone.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing while we're talking about that. Distance is good. When you do go out,
and teaching re-engagement.
Re-engagement with you and giving them distance from other people that you're going to pass on your walk so that it helps them. So it's easier for them to focus on you, to keep that engagement with you rather than, be pulling to get to the other person because they're a happy, friendly little dog that just wants to say hello to everyone.
Yeah. What is number 5?
Training routines for over-aroused dogs.
So what are we going to do to reset our over-aroused dogs?
Well, we need to slow everything down, don't we?
We do, and over-aroused dogs are a lot of dogs are, but over-aroused dogs can be very good at speeding you up.
Oh, they can.
Because they are so
quick.
And this is whether they're excited or sometimes even when they're stressed, the body chemistry reacts exactly the same, doesn't it? So, and it's the same for us. When you are stressed versus when you're excited, you're inside, your brain chemistry and your body is reacting exactly the same. So, which is why sometimes like scary things can be exciting and exciting things can also be a bit scary because your body and your brain are reacting in a very, very similar way or basically identical way.
Yep.
So this is why sometimes it can be really hard to tell which one your dog might be. But the key to both of them is just slowing you down to slow the dog down.
Yeah, and sometimes that's where it's good to have a third party
Yeah.
just watching, because I know I've been in this situation. I'm not sure whether you have with your two slow dogs, but my fast dogs.
I haven't been in. I know what you're going to say, but remember a long time ago, this is just a little like off the topic, but remember a long time ago in the advanced class we swapped dogs,
Oh, yes.
and Murph went to a lady and was walking with him, and remember he was going so slowly, and I said, well, what are you doing? And she goes, oh, he wants to walk really slowly. I'm like, speed him up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, see, I can do it. Like, yeah, so slow dogs can make you go slower too. But yes, you've been in, you're the person to talk about fast dogs.
Yeah, so fast dogs can speed you up. And even when you think you know what you're doing,
RAU.
you don't realise that they've sped you up.
Yeah, because you're trying to keep up with them instead of I don't want to say controlling because that's not a very nice word, but controlling the tempo.
Yeah.
And being, I suppose, being the upper management, isn't it? And just going, hey, well, let's slow everything down.
Yep.
I'll speed it up when it needs to speed up, but we'll slow everything down for now. So what else can we do apart from slow them down?
Add some predictable settle breaks.
So they might be like decompression days.
Yep.
Which is, I think, something that's really overrated for a lot of dogs. We get in this mindset, don't we, of I want to change the behaviour, so we need to go and do lots of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
But sometimes it's a bit like us. Sometimes, like, if you've done something really hard, you just mentally and physically need a day or two just to go, that was really hard.
Yeah.
I just need a day to recover from that.
Yep. And whatever you do.
That's why we get Boxing Day.
Well, yeah, well, you need it after Chrissy. But, yeah, you know, whether you're a runner or go to the gym or you just got a very stressful job, you know, we all need that break away on holiday or a break at home over the weekend or something like that, just to decompress, just so that we can relax. I think the gym is a
good analogy because, like, if you worked out 7 days a week straight, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of if you worked out 4 days a week or 3 days a week and gave yourself a day in between, or, you know, did 2 days and had a day off, whatever's going to work for you, you're giving your muscles a chance to relax and recover. And that relaxing and recover is actually what makes them stronger.
Yeah.
And it's the same with our dogs. They get a chance to process.
Yep.
And work through themselves what's just happened. It's also why sleep is so important for these guys, isn't it?
It is. Sleep's massive.
Dogs,
yeah. Yep. And sleep's important for us as well, for the same thing. We recover when we're sleeping. And for the over-aroused dog, they need to have some good sleep so that they can recover, and those days off. And sometimes just, like throwing some treats out in the backyard, letting them sniff.
A decompression activity.
Yep. So, or a sniffy walk, or a long lasty chew, a Kong, a snuffle mat, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And other things could be like putting some treats in a cabbage or a piece of broccoli and just letting them rip it apart and having a chew and a sniff and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think something really important for people to consider with decompression activities is not all enrichment is equal for all dogs.
No, that's very important.
And one example we use is a snuffle mat. And Murph and Fox is probably going to turn into Murph in a lot of ways when you think about it, but use a snuffle mat Zan's gotten probably a little bit better with it, I'd say, but Murph and Zan used to be really the two we'd say. Fox maybe falls somewhere in the middle, but Murph is very slow and methodical.
And he's like that with the puzzle toys.
Oh, the puzzle toys, yeah. But Zan will like scruff a snuffle mat, fling it around, paw at it, dig at it. Yeah, I've woken you up by saying your name. To get the treats out. It hypes him up.
Yeah, it can do very much.
Scent work, when he does scent work training, hypes him up.
Oh, yes.
Where Fox, it slows him down. But on the flip side, Zan uses it, I would say, not that he has one very often, but uses a treat ball differently to Murphy.
Yep,
Murph's
definitely.
gotten a lot better as he's got older, a bit like Zen with the snuffle mat. But Murph used to pick the treat ball up. He would fling them at walls. He would throw them down the stairs. He would smash them on the concrete. He would do whatever he thought he needed to do to get the treats out.
Yeah.
So he can only have certain treat balls now because some were easier to pick up and fling than others. But funnily enough, the ones that were easier to fling are better for Fox because he can move them around a bit easier. So it's horses for courses, basically.
It is, yeah, but I think it's a good point to bring up. And, when people say, oh, yeah, give them a snuffle mat, you need to, try a snuffle mat, but also watch what your dog's doing. If it's ramping them up,
Well, look at what you're using in the snuffle mat.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You might have put some roast chicken in there and that might just be too
much.
good. You might need to put a bit of kibble or some liver treats, or it might think liver treats are the best thing in the world. And I don't know, Smacko might slow them. It's having a fiddle and working out. Not everything is equal. You've got to work with the dog in front of you.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, and make adjustments and see what works for them. So, good point.
So number 6.
Training reset after regression.
We get this a lot, don't we? Because obviously, like a lot of things in life, training isn't linear.
No.
And there's been a few clients we've had I can think of recently that have been going, everything's going so well, it's great. And then you hit a hiccup and it's like the world is terrible. The job is awful. I can't cope anymore. But understanding and knowing that those setbacks and those pitfalls are going to be part of your journey is really important. But what is equally as important is how you reset and how you move forward after something, because depending on what it is, you can't control the environment.
No,
you can't control how your dog's feeling on a certain day. We see it with classes, don't we, where you get a puppy or it might not even be a pup, might be an older dog in a class or a private lesson that's just doesn't matter what you do that day, that dog's not going to do anything.
Yep.
The dog doesn't realise you've paid for this hour. So it's hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then we've got to think of them like us. Some days we're just not feeling it and, we can't be bothered going to work. We can't be bothered doing this. We can't be bothered doing that, whether it's a bad night's sleep or you've got something on your mind. Dogs are exactly the same. So sometimes they do have bad days. They mightn't have got enough sleep or something might have woken them up or they might be worried about something. Like, you don't know what they're thinking all the time. So sometimes you do have bad days, but then, the next couple of days might be good.
And I think we should put a little disclaimer too in here. If you're seeing multiple regressions for what might appear to be no apparent reason, there is probably something else going on.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's talking to your trainer, it's talking to your vet, it's exploring more, okay, what has changed, because something has changed. It might just be hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's a really good point, because especially through adolescence we see regressions, which is just probably a normal part of, or we can think it's a normal part of adolescence.
Yeah.
But we do need to make sure that it's not something a bit more. It's not a joint problem, some sort of pain,
Tummy problem,
tummy, teeth, all
ear
those sorts of things. So
we could go on, but
so it's taking a holistic approach, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it a regression? But also, my dog stopped eating at the same time.
So if it's a normal regression, it's just a typical regression, a one-off. How are we going to reset?
Well, I guess the main thing is to start with is to find or identify the triggers that might be setting it off. So, is it noise? Is it a too stressful environment that you're going to? Are we giving them too much freedom? Do we?
I think that's such an interesting thing, isn't it? Because we talk about, and rightly so, talk about giving our dogs choices and giving them more agency and freedom. But sometimes, particularly in that adolescent period, sometimes if they push a boundary, like you're on the beach and they don't recall, or they are going to start barking at another dog, for instance, or, it could be a range of things. But sometimes it does mean, okay, at the moment you can't cope with that. We need to step back and some of that freedom needs to be removed.
Yeah, and just popping them on a long line. So they've still got freedom, but you've also, they can't run off when you recall them back.
Yeah,
So they're not
or
practicing
managing where you walk.
Yeah,
or,
those sorts
all
of
these
things.
sorts of things that it's like, okay, that's too, it's no different to kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've said you can go into the pantry, but now you've eaten 6 bars of chocolate. Okay, we're not going to do that anymore, So
Can't go back there again.
No.
Uh,
What else are we going to do?
well, you're going to gradually re-add some challenges back in.
Yeah.
So
it's taking a step back to go forward, basically.
Yeah, yep. So nice and steady, and then move forward. I think one of the things I like to get people to do is do a journal. So that can also be, yeah, I do. But I think it's good for a lot of these things that we're talking about, and especially regressions, because then you can have a bit of a note. You can see, oh, okay, I went for a walk, and 3 cars went past, and that was where my dog sort of went a bit haywire. You can sort of then go, oh, well, okay, well, I'll change things a little bit, and you can see what's going on.
I think,
unless you've got a really good memory, which I haven't.
I think sometimes as well, we're here for more reactive type things. It's, I can't figure out a pattern with the dogs, or I can't figure out the pattern with the people. Or maybe it's just the third dog you've come across, and the dog was like, I'm okay, I can't really cope anymore. Yeah, bang, this is too much. It might be that it's the third black dog you've seen.
Yeah.
It's, and this is where then you go, okay, we've walked past 2 black dogs, so it's not black dogs. So we need to look at the whole picture of the patterns, not just size, colour, shape, glasses, hat, all these sort of things that we immediately jump to.
Yeah, just not what it's actually reacting to, what's happened before that.
Yeah.
So, that's a good one. So taking all those into consideration.
Yeah.
Using environmental management to reset.
Yeah. So, again, I suppose this links back a little bit into resetting after a regression, doesn't it? But sometimes we just need to step up and control the environment as much as we can. To a degree, that can be really hard. But like you said, it might be on a long line. It might be putting baby gates back up. It might be, okay, you need to sleep in the crate again at night.
Yep.
All these sorts of things. So we can sometimes removing those opportunities and stopping the rehearsal of the behaviour to start with is far more important and will get you a lot further than training.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Or they need the rehearsal stopped and then you do the training. It's not one or the other. Sometimes it's both.
You don't want them practicing things that you don't want, so stopping that or stopping the rehearsing of behaviours is a really good one. So, use different things like that.
I think as well, thinking about setting up management for certain behaviours that you don't want in that situation. But if that behaviour is or could be classed as a need, or especially a breed-specific need, like digging or jumping or nipping, if it's a nipping thing, it's also removing them from those aspects and then giving them a place to do it. Sometimes we think if we give the dog an outlet, it means it will strengthen it in other areas. But sometimes it's a bit like us going, well, okay, I can't drive over 50 kilometres in that spot, but I can do 110 on the highway.
Yeah, definitely. So that can be an important one, breed-specific outlets. So that's a good one to think about as well.
What is our next one?
So we always want to set them up for success.
Oh, sorry, I thought you'd finished.
No, just about. Rebuilding focus.
Yeah.
So we want to start with that indoors again where it's easy.
Yeah. I think this is a big one to start indoors, isn't it? Because this unlocks everything else.
Yep.
If you've got a dog that can focus on you in easy environments, it's easier to get them to focus on you in harder environments with the right management and tools.
Yep. So what are the right management and tools?
Um, doing things like fun games.
Yep.
So it might be like a focus or a name game. It might be a hand touch. It might even just be playing with them.
Yeah.
Just making things fun. Some dogs that might struggle to take food out and about might need games,
Yep.
might need toys. Again, at a distance and in a certain way that's not going to exacerbate things and make behaviour worse, but it's setting things up so that every win makes it better.
Yep, definitely. So that's a good one. This is a big one. Teaching an off switch.
Yeah.
So what's an off switch?
Basically, an off switch is a dog that's able to just lay about and not need to do a whole lot when it doesn't need to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's not about having a dog that's going to sleep 24 hours a day or lay around for 24 hours a day. I think if you want one of those, you need to look at certain breeds. But if it's especially for higher drive dogs,
Like your working dogs?
yeah, one.
Terriers?
Yeah, terriers. There's a few breeds that can be classed as high. I think in everything you can get a high drive dog, I suppose, can't you?
Yep.
Um,
Even some of the like overexcited oodle breeds.
yeah, and even like bulldog breeds, you get a lot of lazy ones of those, but you can get some high drive ones of those. It's teaching them basically to do nothing when nothing is called for.
Yeah.
So it might look like settling on a mat.
Yep.
It might look like a calming activity where that's going to settle them down like we talked about before. And it might be relaxation routines that are, again, a predictable pattern. So it's like we go for a walk, we come home, we have our chew, and then we settle for half an hour.
Yeah, and the chewing and licking on licky mats, things like that are really good, help them self-soothe.
And the sniffing as well.
Yep, and the sniffing. So they can be really good to help with that off switch and just getting them to be calm.
I think an important thing with an off switch is it is taught.
Yep.
Even dogs that naturally present it, it still needs to be reinforced.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're very good at over-arousing and overstimulating dogs.
Yes.
Because, we like to see them run, we like to see them play, we like to see them do all these things, but the kindest thing you can do is teach them when to switch off.
Yep.
Because some dogs, and you can disagree with me, I don't think you will, but you can disagree with me if you think I am wrong, but I think Zanny would be a dog that if he wasn't taught an off switch at a very young age, that could be very full on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you did that through a playpen?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
He was in a playpen for a long time.
A long time.
Not like he was in prison or anything. He did come out.
He used to get out every now and again, but for various reasons. He was in a playpen for quite some time. And
so he was about 9 months old?
About 9 months or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, again, say, want to get rid of a playpen, but a playpen can be really good for them. So, and it teaches them, he used to come out, but he had lots of things to do in his playpen, but he'd do those things and then he'd lay down and have a snooze.
Yeah.
So, and now he'll lay around here when we're in the office, and unless he hears something, like him and Fox are both laying at the moment asleep. And that's what you want two border collies to be able to do. Not be running around wanting us to interact with them the whole time. No. So then when you do go places, whether you're going to go to your cafe or go and sit in the beach or at the park or somewhere, they can just lay down and relax. They're not sort of wanting to play ball, wanting to do this, wanting to run around all the time. You've got to get those hormones down and have a bit of a relax.
All right. Well, I think we've basically covered a good start for anyone wanting to reset anything with their dogs for the new year.
Yep. Slow little steps.
Yep. So this will be our final 2025 podcast.
Woohoo.
I don't know if we're about to record because we're going to be a few ahead, about to record our first 2026 one, or if we'll have a break and then record it a day or so. But, it's been as we said in our last podcast, it's been an amazing year.
Yeah,
amazing. We just want to thank everyone again for the support of the podcast.
Yes, it's been really good. We didn't know how it was going to go. You were super keen, but
this has been my lifelong goal. Well, not lifelong, but fairly long time.
Been a goal for a while, and it's going really well. And we've had a lot of positive comments about it.
Yeah,
people have been enjoying it, so it's pretty good. We can just sit here and yaffle into a microphone where normally we just yaffle at each other. So
we're still yaffling at each other.
Yeah, we are.
Just with a microphone in front of us.
Yeah,
and I've got to edit it.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will be easier next year.
Yep.
With our new setup.
Yep. Going to venture out with a bit more technical gadgets.
Just say tech.
Tech gadgets.
Just say tech.
Tech.
It's a bit more tech.
High tech next year. Yep. No, it's been an awesome year, and we do thank everyone. And I guess with the year that we've had, it's exciting in a way to see what 2026 is going to bring. Really, isn't it? We've already got, as we said previously, a bit of a list on things we want to get started. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the podcast goes, how your course goes, how everything else that we've got planned goes. So
go back and listen to our interview one if you want to know what my course is.
So it'll be
I don't reckon it'll get mentioned anywhere else.
Probably not.
Well, no, I don't reckon it will. I'm not going to put anything up until it's done.
Till it's done and dusted. So it'll be an exciting 2026, won't it?
Yeah, it will be.
Thanks again for 2025. Don't forget to follow us.
Yep. And we'll see you in 2026.
Leave us a 5-star review if you like it. See you in 2026. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.